Hey, YouTube.
Oh yeah, wait. Before we start, yeah, let me get this. Let me make sure I'm good. All right.
Hey, YouTube. Here we are back with the crew again. This is this is Guerrero Del Barrio here with the crew. I got my boy.
Life, right?
Got a lot brighter in the building. Who else we got here today?
Hey man, you know it's Don Mega Meat Dragon the Flow.
Got Don Mega here. All right, guys. So Black Magic's supposed to be joining us in a minute now, boys. So the topic right now, we're going to talk about offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookies of the year in the NFL. Any opinions on who should get it and why? Let's go, Library. Who you got for? Let's start with offensive rookie of the year this year.
Offensive rookie of the year this year, I have my boy Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield did an outstanding job this year with what he was left with. I mean, the boy only played like 6 to 8 games and scored and threw 27 touchdowns and threw 14 interceptions. I think he's definitely a changer for the franchise of Cleveland. It's a quarterback that they definitely need and is going to take them places this year. I think that Baker Mayfield deserves it, and he should win it, especially with everything that he's played with. As far as defensive rookie of the year, I believe Derwin James should win it. That boy was outstanding this year. Derwin James definitely was just hard-nosed, in it, grinding, just playing hard, and I definitely believe he deserves it this year.
Okay. What about you, Dominic? Who you got for offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year?
Well, this was hard for me to say because I'm a Cowboys fan. But Saquon Barkley's balling on these guys, man. I'd trade him over Zeke, and that's real. Give me Saquon, I'll give you Zeke. In a one-on-one trade, I will take him every time. Every time, man. Just like his ability to catch the ball. This is a big play ability. Like at any moment in time, he can bust, whether it's a screen pass or it's a run up the middle for 60 yards at any given point in the game. Any given point. That dude is incredible, man. And he runs like a 4-4. He's fast, he's strong. He's like everything you want. Right? Defensive rookie, you know what I mean? This might sound a little biased, you know what I'm saying? But Van Der Esch did his thing. Van Der Esch did his thing this year, man. That boy was all over the field. Every play, he had his nose in every single play. Side to side, quickness. He could cover, he could blitz, he could just do everything, man. He's like beyond his years, man. That dude was a monster.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, so in my opinion, I like Saquon Barkley. I mean, he did, for what he has to work with, that offensive line. That Eli Manning, not a great quarterback. He had to carry that team on his back for a while. So I like Saquon, powerful guy. I mean, it takes multiple shots to bring this kid down. I mean, and he's young. He's what, 22, 23? And and he's just built for power. He's built for speed. I mean, he's elusive when he needs to be. He reminds me of a more kind of a bulked up Barry Sanders, just more bulked up. That's who he reminds me of. Now, that's what I think. Now, for defensive rookie of the year, I have to say, I like Darius Leonard from the Colts. I mean, that linebacker, he led the league in tackles, 163, to lead the league with tackles most since, as a rookie, the most since 2012, and that was Luke Kuechly back in the day. I mean, this kid was everywhere in the playoffs. He did his thing against the Texans. He helped shut that run game down. Against the Chiefs, he helped a lot shutting that run game down against the Chiefs too. I mean, the Colts, he is a beast. He is young, he is fast, and he is strong. He can play the pass rush if he needs to. He can pursue. And he puts his nose in everything. And honestly, I personally like him because he's a fundamentalist. I like how he wraps up. He's not like these corners that just hit with their shoulder. He gets in, he wraps up those guys and drives them to the ground and whatnot. So I mean, that, in my opinion, that's who I see as our as the defensive rookie of the year. I see Darius Leonard taking that. So, Black Magic, welcome, bro. So, we're talking about offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. Black Magic, who you got as your offensive rookie of the year this year and defensive rookies of the year?
For my offensive rookie of the year, Saquon Barkley by far.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I got Saquon Barkley as my offensive rookie of the year. Now, as far as defensive rookie of the year, the way that man Derwin James played, the way that man, he reminds me of a younger Troy Polamalu, like, to be honest. Like, the way he plays.
I can see that.
Like, literally. Like, not to be biased or anything, like to be, like, just because I like the Steelers or anything. Like, seriously, the way he plays, the way this man tackles, the way this man sits there, anticipates, oh, my God.
So you're saying there's nobody?
As a rookie? Let that sink in. As a rookie, he led the NFL in fucking tackles.
That was Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard led. Yeah.
But didn't he, like, I think his stats this year, he had over 100 tackles, did he not?
I believe so. He had a great year. He did have a great year.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal rookie year. Now things could either go down if you stay healthy, or if you don't stay healthy, or things could go up if you stay healthy. And the way that man played in his rookie year, man, brought that Chargers defense back up to par.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
Up to par, or else the Chargers wouldn't have gone as far as they did. But the way that man. So who you guys' picks?
Well, Lightbright went with Baker Mayfield for his offensive rookie of the year, and he also chose Derwin James. Don went Saquon, and who was your defensive rookie again?
Like the vendor, baby.
That's right.
I'm always biased. I don't care.
Cowboys.
I don't care.
I went with Saquon, and then I went with Darius Leonard, the Colts rookie linebacker. He he led the league in tackles, the most by a rookie since 2012. Luke Kuechly. I mean, and I like him personally because he's that true defender that wraps up. He doesn't do those shoulder tackles you see in the NFL nowadays. He actually wraps up and drives those. So that's why I think I picked him as my defensive rookie of the year.
I can see that too, because I mean that dude was a dog, man. He really played like he'd been in the league for 10 years, man. He got some Ray in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got some Ray in him, man. He really does.
And then
that Colts, man, and I mean he brought up that Colts defense like immaculate, man. They're nice. They're super nice now.
Yeah, he did.
And I think part of that's because of him. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then,
that's the same thing with Derwin James too. Like, remember, like, when it was like a few years back when Manti Te'o came to the Chargers organization and everybody thought he was going to be the next prospect, and what happened? He got traded to the Saints.
Yep.
He got traded to the Saints. And now they actually drafted a person that could literally help that whole secondary out, and he single-handedly did that in his rookie.
But see, here's my thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, boys. But besides Darius Leonard, who else in on the Colts defense is there? Like big names on the Colts defense. I mean, can you guys give me another big name like on that defense? Because I can right now. When it comes to Derwin James, he's a Charger. I can give you another one, Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa, yeah. Sure.
I mean, Joey Bosa puts. We are so Black Magic went with Derwin James, as you heard, and Saquon, and I'm arguing my point why I think Darius Leonard. I personally feel he's the better defensive rookie of the year because on the Colts, who else is there to like really help him out? And he still led the league. Whereas in Derwin James's case, he has Joey Bosa. He is a great pass rusher.
Wait. You can't throw that out there because Joey Bosa wasn't even playing until the end of the season. Joey Bosa was hurt.
Not the whole season.
He was hurt
when Derwin was balling.
Okay, true. I'll give you that.
But you can't say Joey Bosa was that Derwin James was balling because it wasn't. Derwin James was balling because Derwin James knows how to play. Joey Bosa had nothing to do with his playing because when he was balling, Joey Bosa wasn't even on the field.
Okay. I agree.
Play the veterans, bro.
You gotta help
him and Jalen Smith. You can't mind saying those were the best two inside backers in the whole league.
have
the best two combined backers.
No, because I could name you 4 linebackers that were way better than both of those linebackers.
As a duo, what duo of linebackers is better than Jalen Smith and Vander?
Ready?
Hold on.
I'm gonna name you 4. Are you ready?
Please.
Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm born that way.
Floyd, Danny Trevathan, Raekwon Smith, Khalil.
Danny Trevathan?
Hold on. Time out. We're getting off to. Hold up. But see, look. See, yes, that might be true, but we're talking about rookies here. We're talking about individual rookies. Okay, so that's what we're going with.
The best linebacking duo.
Well, I might have misheard that. Well, okay, so hold up.
The best linebacking duo is
so we got
Chicago Bears right now. Nobody is matching the Chicago Bears linebacking core. Our best duo, that's the best duo. If we're talking about rookies, as far as Vander is, I would still put Denius Leonard as the best linebacker rookie. I put Vander Esch at second, but I wouldn't put him as the best. As far as duo, him and Jalen Smith and Vander Esch aren't the best linebacking duo. It goes to the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Nobody else played better than that Bears defense this year.
So hold up. So Light Bright. So the three of us believe Saquon Barkley should take the Offensive Rookie of the Year. You're the only one who disagrees and goes with Baker Mayfield. Can you give us your thoughts? Why you believe he was better than Saquon this year?
I already know his thoughts.
I think that Baker Mayfield is better just because of the fact of where he started his rookie career. I mean, Saquon Barkley was starting from the beginning. Baker Mayfield didn't really even get a shot until week 6, week 7, and the numbers that he put up to be put in that position when the team was losing.
The only reason why it even seems like a humongous deal is because the Browns are trash. They're good pieces.
What about?
But
the Browns
I see where Brian is coming from.
The Browns have been trash. But this year, since Baker Mayfield has been on the field, the Browns were the most talked about team this year.
But you're talking about a team that went like 1-31 in the last 2 years. So of course it seems good when they win 6 games.
Okay, hold up. All right, hold on. Ooh, let's not yell over each other. Hold up. What you got, Magic?
Check this, bro. I see where Brian is coming from, though. You said what? Like 1-31 the past 3 seasons, right? Let that sink in. To leave an organization that's been doing nothing but losing since they've only been in 1 Super Bowl, right? And that was like, what, in the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah. For one person to come, and it was like week 7 when he came in, to lead an organization back in to the winning position that they were in. These motherfuckers almost made the playoffs.
What about what about the other rookie on that side of the ball though? What about Nick Chubb?
And this is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they were garbage, and yeah, it looks nice when they win 6, 7 games.
But what about Nick Chubb? What about him? What about that rookie?
Okay, my
Nick Chubb is nice.
Nick Chubb.
Super nice dude.
My argument
Who's talking?
Nick Chubb, okay? My
Like
argument is with him is the fact that Nick Chubb, yes, he's a very solid and can improve running back, but his game, he was only consistent a couple of games. He only had 2 breakout games. It wasn't enough to do anything. I mean, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, Philip Lindsay did way more in the season than Nick Chubb did. Now,
we gotta give it up to Philip Lindsay. We gotta give it up to Nick
Chubb, because Nick Chubb didn't get the opportunity. Yeah, most could argue that. But when he did get his couple of opportunities, he balled. But some other times when he got his opportunity, he was nowhere to be seen.
Okay, hold on. You brought up a good point. Okay, what about Philip Lindsay? Look what he did with Denver. He went undrafted, And look at what he did his rookie year, and he played every game. So what about that kid? What about him? Why shouldn't he win this award, Offensive Rookie of the Year award? Look what he did in Denver.
Honestly,
I'm fake
I
and
would,
phony.
as much as I
Fake and phony.
I think him getting hurt is what hurt him from not winning it.
Him getting hurt. You guys don't think that these awards are just more of a prestigious name award where, if you're not a big name going into the draft, you really aren't considered?
No, I think that award is literally biased. Like if you're,
because I feel like look at the two we picked. We picked Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, 1 and 2 in the draft. Two biggest names for rookies going playing this year. Both playing for teams who been struggling. I mean,
actually,
But to be fair, they did ball out. They did ball out. You know what I mean? They ball.
Just a wild card to throw out there. If they wouldn't have hit the rookie wall or been plagued by injury, do you know who my reverse offensive rookie and defensive rookie would have been? Offensive rookie of the year, I would have chose Calvin Ridley. Because that boy at one point in time in the league was leading all receivers in touchdowns. And Denzel Ward was leading all cornerbacks in interceptions. He had 4 interceptions in his first 4 games. And Calvin Ridley had 6 touchdowns in his first 7 games. But Calvin Ridley hit the rookie wall, which is usually happens. And then Denzel Ward just got plagued by injury.
You can't say a rookie wall, though. Because the people we're talking about there's not a freaking wall that they just hit, like, oh, I'm a rookie, now I'm going to be trash. No! It's just like, you were cool, you had flashes, but you're trash to trash. Got it.
No, but you never think about it, though. I mean, it's just about the league play. Like, most of these rookies aren't used to playing the length of games that actual NFL plays. They play 4 or 5 more games than they do in college.
all right, hold up, quick maintenance break here. Magic, can you scoot back a little bit? Can't see your face, and Light Bright, got to bend down a bit, brother. Can't see your face either. We seeing your shirt. Lovely stripes there, brother. Lovely stripes.
Oh, okay.
Magic, we love the hair. Magic, we love the hair.
right.
So you're saying that,
It's like high school, right? I remember those stripes.
But okay, so all right, boys. So all right, like, bro, I see where you could go with Calvin Ridley and Denzel Ward if they wouldn't have gotten hurt or hit a wall. But the players we're talking about, they didn't. That wall was non-existent this whole season for them. I mean, Baker Mayfield did ball out with the team that's been struggling the past 2 years. For the past 2 years, have had the number 1 pick, had top 5 picks going on for a while now, and yeah, they balled out. Baker Mayfield did ball out. But he did have some other young players on his team that I think helped out a lot. Whereas, with Saquon Barkley, in my opinion, with all the controversy that was going on with the quarterback and the coach throughout the year, still played really well. Even Odell Beckham, with the controversy with him, and he was still balling out. I mean, Saquon didn't let anything affect him. He kept his head in the game and played his game, no matter what was going on in the locker room and everything. Whereas,
in a 5'10" body.
Exactly. And then Baker Mayfield, the thing that got me with Baker Mayfield is that he might be a little too cocky for his own good. Look at what he was doing with his former coach, Hugh Jackson, when they played who'd he go to? Like he was talking smack to Hugh Jackson on the sideline. I mean, come on, man.
But to be honest, Hugh Jackson never really truly believed in Baker Mayfield.
True.
He only got him because Dorsey forced him to get him.
Yeah.
And then the turnaround, I could feel how Baker Mayfield feels, because wouldn't you be salty if someone who is your so-called head coach turned around, got fired? I mean, okay, yeah, he got fired, but then he turns around and he takes a job with the rival team?
No, he just got fired. What did you expect him to do? It's not like he just was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna quit my job. It's like, all right.
Hey, he didn't Bill Belichick.
He didn't quit and was like, I'm gonna join the. He got fired.
Sports, though.
And then,
regardless of even if he loves Hugh Jackman, let's say even if he did love Hugh Jackman, he still signed with a rival team.
But hold on,
you just went like 1-31 in 2 years. Who's giving you a job?
that's my thing. What other options did Jackson have? I mean, what other?
Oh, yeah. So, hey, if you get fired, bro, would it be your first priority to find another job?
Exactly. I mean, it would.
No matter what the case is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he probably went to a rival team, and it probably kind of seemed like a stab in the back. But I mean, you know, first thing you got to think of is your family. You know, he's got a family. Yeah, Belichick did it, but I mean, the thing is though, you know, he got fired. There was a lot of controversy there. I understand he didn't really show Mayfield the love that Mayfield probably deserved, because Baker Mayfield, you know, he was a walk-on in OU and won the Heisman. I mean, not very many walk-ons can do that. He was the number 1 overall pick, and I found it weird that, you know, how are you going to go and draft a quarterback at your number 1 overall pick and he's not your starter? It's just, you know, normally the number 1 overall picks are always starting. Normally. So it was, I did find it weird.
If you're Hugh Jackson and you have Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield, yeah, of course start Tyrod Taylor and let Baker learn. Look, that's why Pat Mahomes is so good.
But you're comparing, but hold on. Are you saying Tyrod Taylor is on par with Alex Smith as a quarterback in skill level?
Oh,
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying is that, you know, yeah, the Chiefs sat Pat Mahomes down his first season behind Alex Smith, but Alex Smith on paper and statistically speaking was a great quarterback, great QB rating, not very many interceptions thrown. Personally, he's called the dump-off king for a reason. He's too conservative. But Mahomes learned something, and Alex Smith is on it. Can we all agree Alex Smith is a better quarterback than Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only rookie quarterback who could sit behind somebody this year that actually had a decent QB in front of him, at least by reputation, was Lamar Jackson. Joe Flacco is a former Super Bowl MVP winner. Now, Joe Flacco is not the same Ravens QB as he used to be, but out of all the rookies who got drafted this year, Lamar Jackson had the best veteran to sit behind, but he started over Joe Flacco. Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Tyrod Taylor.
He didn't start over Joe. Joe got hurt.
Joe got hurt, but Joe was okay going before the playoffs, and they still started him over Joe. Joe was okay for that playoff game against the Colts.
It was.
And they still started Lamar Jackson over him. But that's just it. But that's just it, though. In Baltimore, they're in a playoff situation. This kid, he's a rookie, and his very first play, I mean, there is nerves. And let's be honest, Pat Mahomes showed nerves against the Colts. Lamar Jackson showed nerves. Deshaun Watson, all those young QBs that aren't used to that pressure showed it. They all showed it. Pat Mahomes showed it the least, according to everybody. But, I mean, you have Joe Flacco. I understand if Lamar Jackson led you to the playoffs, but he is a young quarterback. First situation, I think you should have gone with the veteran there and kind of ease him into that.
But then destroying his whole confidence.
Maybe, or help build it up. But, I mean, besides that, we're a little off topic here. You know, I understand Bride's point with Baker Mayfield. I do. He came in mid-season, balled out, nearly took the Browns to the playoffs. They needed certain teams, certain wins, and certain teams to lose and win that didn't go their way. But, I mean, I can see it. I still like Saquon Barkley. I feel like Saquon, I don't want to say he had less to work with, but I think he had more controversial issues that could affect a team than Baker did. Because, I mean, perfect example of what Saquon was going to that could affect the team, that did affect the team, Pittsburgh Steelers. All the controversy the Steelers faced this year showed on the field. The issues between Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown showed on the field. The issues with the running back position showed. James Conner did great coming in. He did great. But you could see where sometimes maybe if they had Bell, where it could have won them some games. The controversy on the field in the locker room showed in that Steelers
flaws because of the controversy between our office and our players.
Exactly, and the coach and the players. And Saquon Barkley had that situation going on in New York. Eli Manning and the coach were going at it. Odell Beckham was having issues with the quarterback, and Saquon still did not let that affect him, and he still put up great numbers.
And this is why Saquon, to me, is the rookie, because Saquon Barkley is one of the best running backs in the league. Rookie or not rookie, he's one of the best running backs in the league. We're not saying that for Baker. Baker's not top 5. Baker's not top 10, maybe. You know what I mean? Arguably top 10, but Saquon is easily a top 5 back. Top 3, maybe, I would even say.
He's not top 10 yet, I'll tell you that much right now. He's maybe.
I'm not saying that he's top 10 by any means, but I'm just saying from where his position, where he was put at in his position, I feel like he did more. Like, you guys have to remember, Saquon Barkley had the jump on Baker from the get because he started game 1. Baker didn't start until...
So you're saying if Baker started, he would be a top 10 quarterback?
But,
top 5 quarterback?
To be honest, I don't think that would make that
Baker Mayfield was in the second half in a game when they were down and came back and won.
But these awards are statistical awards, guys. So maybe it would have made a difference. If Baker would have started, it could have made a difference because these are statistical awards here.
Like you've seen how most rookie quarterbacks perform in week 1 of their first start in the NFL.
Yeah,
like,
I mean.
Like, you think
but hold on. Hold on though. You're right. When rookie quarterbacks start game 1, they usually show it. But most of those rookies are going to a team that really weren't as bad or didn't have the record and the span that the Browns had. Baker Mayfield would have gone into that game with nothing to lose, but everything to gain. No one expects anything from the Browns. Come on. Yeah, they might expect something from Baker Mayfield, but I mean, the thing is though, no one expected the Browns to do anything really this year. They a lot of people still think they're in building mode.
Yeah, but the Browns fans right now think like whoever they draft first round is going to become their savior, and what happens every year.
Yeah, Myles Garrett didn't do it. You know, Denzel Ward got hurt.
And then what happens in their second year on top of that?
Yeah. That's true.
I think Baker Mayfield is going to prove everybody wrong. He's going to cut that curve.
So?
Second year, Baker Mayfield will be considered a top 10 quarterback the way that he plays.
I like the way that he plays, but
I'm just saying, like, you got to look at it. Like,
bro, this is like a repeated story.
The
Browns.
I know that a lot of people say that college doesn't mean anything, but that boy is a leader. He can lead a team
Time out.
Where they need to go.
Hold up.
He can do it.
Hold on.
The Browns are going to be a force in the AFC North. They're going to be a force.
Well, guys, here we go. I just got an update. So Saquon Barkley is the offensive rookie of the year this year. Just updated it. Saquon won.
Okay.
Now they haven't. I don't see a defensive rookie of the year, so that's still up for debate with Derwin James and Darius Leonard and Van Der Esch there. So, you know.
On top of that, Brian, the only way the Browns are going to make it to the Super Bowl, bro, if they beat my squad on a constant basis. We face them 2 times a year, every year. We face them 2 times a year. You can beat my squad 2 times a year.
Yeah.
If you can beat my squad 2 times a year.
I don't think the Browns have to worry about the whole Kardashian vibe y'all got going on.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We're going through problems just like every other team.
Since we're on the subject of quarterbacks, what do you got? Who do you think got MVP this year?
Who do I think has MVP? Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
I have to give it
Patrick Mahomes is gonna get it easily. That
52 touchdowns, like there's no way.
Like 5,000 plus yards.
Yeah, 5,000 plus. 5,000 plus with 52. Well, there was a lot of argument for Drew Brees, though.
There's a lot of argument for Drew Brees. Drew Brees played good.
I think if Drew Brees would have went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl,
first of all, Drew Brees got screwed over a Super Bowl.
Well, hold on. Hold on. That did happen. That was a bad play. But
hey, we're gonna have to save that for the next.
We're gonna have to save that for another day, guys, because did the Saints get screwed over, or could they have made a difference in overtime? Who knows? We'll have to save that for next time, guys. But
I don't know. I think he has like 8 fourth quarter.
But we'll have to save that for next time. We'll talk about the Saints and find out if they deserve to be in the Super Bowl or not. Y'all, let's go ahead. Let's exit out. What y'all got? Last final thoughts? Outros? Go ahead.
Saquon Barkley, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Derwin James, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Good night, my nigga.
I think Baker Mayfield should have won it, but I still believe in my boy Derwin James to get Defensive Rookie of the Year.
There you go.
Hey, yo, Jason Garrett's the best head coach in the league.
Jason Garrett, apparently he doesn't believe in Vander Rush as much as he said he did, guys. But Saquon Barkley showed his stuff this season. I think he deserved it. My opinion, though, I still think Darius Leonard led the league in tackles. First time a rookie's done that since 2012. Some thoughts for you guys. Leave a comment. Tell us your thoughts. Who do you think should have won Rookie of the Year, offensive, defense? Who you think should have gotten MVP? Stick till next time. And
I ask them to comment on one more thing. Can y'all comment, please, and ask why Brian is wearing a beanie in the house? I just don't get it.
Here's the thoughts. Apparently, the heat might be out over there in Light Bright, but
That's it.
Yo.
Why is my what's the word I'm looking for?
Are we still recording?
My friend over here in the bottom corner. Why is he still wearing plaid in 2019?
here's some thoughts for you guys. YouTube, we'll talk to you later. Join us next time when we discuss if the Saints should have gone to the Super Bowl or were they screwed.